Hi and welcome to MRTV on Tour. Today I'm going to go to a consumer rights lawyer to find out if HTC's shady customer service practices are actually lawful or not. Coming up. Hi and welcome here to Mixed Reality TV. My name is Sebastian Ang, and if this is your first time here and you're just as excited about VR and AR as I am, then subscribe to this channel now and click on the bell button so you don't miss anything. If you watch this channel on a regular basis, then you know that I had a big problem with my HTC Vive. It broke after 2 months after I had played Sprint Vector, a game that makes you sweat. Now I had sent in the device and well, after a few days I got a mail from HTC and they asked me to either pay 200 euro for the repair or to pay 45 euros to get it back unrepaired. Now I believe that this is a terrible practice, and I also believe that a device that you wear on your head should be protected against sweat in the first place from design. But if it's not like that, then at least HTC should pay the repair for it. Now what I find shady is that in the original warranty of HTC, actually it was protected against sweat. It says it's not protected against liquids other than perspiration. And this other than perspiration, they have simply deleted it from their warranty in a new version of the warranty. And I simply need to find out if that is correct, and that's why I'm going to see a lawyer now. But I'm not only going because of my particular case. I'm going because after I went public with this in my video, lots of people wrote to me and they told me lots of stories like that. For example, people sent in their controllers because, well, there's a huge design flaw that the touchpad is not usable anymore. And the same thing, they asked them to pay more than 100 euros for the repair of the controller because, well, they found a scratch somewhere else on the controller. And yeah, definitely is mechanical failure, right? So that's what they said. And I believe this kind of practice is simply not okay, and I really want to find out, is that lawful or not? So I'm now 5 minutes away from the consumer rights protection lawyer, and well, I'm going to have that meeting and later I'm going to tell you how it went. See you later. And here it is. This is the Verbraucherzentrale, which means Consumer Central. This is something that you can find in all German major cities, and it's done by the government, so this is really good service. And now I'm going to go in and check it out. Alright, so I've just finished my appointment with the consumer protection lawyer and it was so interesting. I have so many things to tell you. Let me go to another place and tell you everything about it. Alright, I'm back home now and I can tell you how it went down. So first of all, I'm really happy that I went to the consumer protection lawyer because, as it turns out, the way that HTC treats their own customers is not lawful. It is not okay. But let me tell you how the whole appointment went down. So I first told the lawyer about my personal story, and well, here is evidence A. This is the Vive. I told her how everything went down in my personal case, what that VR glasses do, and what I did to destroy them. Well, I played a game, as you know. I played that sports game, and yeah, I told her that I sent it in, and that 3 days later I got an email that said, okay, you have to pay 204 euros if you want to get it back repaired, and you have to pay 45 euros if you want to get back your Vive unrepaired. And that was my first question. Is it okay that HTC kind of holds my Vive hostage and that I would only get it back, even unrepaired, if I pay 45 euros? And the answer is super clear. No, that is absolutely not okay. They have to send you back your Vive for free. And it is like there's really no question about it. Under warranty, they have to at least check what is the matter. And then at least if you don't want them to repair it, they have to send it to you back for free. So no question about this. They cannot hold your HTC Vive hostage and can ask you to pay a certain amount of money to get it back. Definitely do not pay that money. So the next thing I asked her, what if HTC already has your HTC Vive and now they try to force you to pay 45 euros if you want to have the device back unrepaired? She said, really, do insist not to pay that money. That is unlawful. Send them an email or send them a letter and tell them, hey, under European law, you must at least check what is the matter with the device, and you must do so for free. So do send me back the device for free now. Alright, and then we got to that really exciting question. Is it okay that HTC says, hey, you broke your Vive by sweating into it. It's your fault, and that's why you have to pay the repair. It is not our fault. And well, then she told me you have 2 years warranty, and these 2 years warranty, it means like the device should work as intended within these 2 years, and they have to make sure to give you a device that works. But then I asked her, well, but it did work when they gave it to me, right? The HTC Vive had no problems whatsoever. It is really because I sweat into it. So aren't they kind of right when they say that, hey, we gave you a Vive that worked? But then she said like, okay, but you used the Vive as intended, right? You didn't put it into running water. You simply played. So how would it be like if you buy a car? You buy a new car and you drive it, everything is fine when you drive in the city, but as soon as you drive on the highway and drive fast, then the engine brakes. So who is at fault? You, because you drove so fast? So kind of you broke it, right, by driving so fast? Or is it like the manufacturer must make sure that the device, or in this example, the car, works as intended also when you drive fast? Because, well, they advertise that you can also drive on the highways, right? And yeah, that kind of makes sense. And for the Vive, well, you played it, and there are games out there that make you sweat. So in this case, it's HTC's fault. So HTC must make sure that their device will not easily break when you use it as intended. And well, you simply played the game, and the game will make you sweat. And it is open known to all of us that there are games that will make you sweat. And HTC allows you to play those games, right? Just like as the car manufacturer allows you to drive on the highway. Okay, so that is why HTC must make sure that the device will also work in these cases. And if it doesn't, and if the device breaks as easily as it does, in that case, well, they must make sure that you get a device that works. So they have to pay the repair, or they have to replace it for free, but they cannot say, hey, it is all your fault, you broke it. No, that is not correct, and that is not according to law. Now, it was really great to hear that consumer protection lawyer tell me that. But I told her, well, HTC says, well, look at our warranty. It says clearly that liquid damages are not under this warranty. But then she told me something really interesting. She said, well, HTC is not above the law, and they can write anything into it. If anything they write into it is not according to law, it means nothing what is written in that warranty. So what is important is the law. And if HTC tries to diminish your legal rights as a consumer, then it doesn't matter what's in that warranty. So they could write there, hey, you only have a 6-month warranty. No, it's void because you have 2 years warranty under European law. So that is good to know. It doesn't matter what they write into that warranty. You are covered by European law if you're in Europe. But I was there not just to ask about my personal case. I also wanted to know about the general practices, because I heard from lots of you that, for example, you had problems with your wand controller, and they also ask you to pay money for it. Now, I brought that controller to the lawyer, and I kind of explained to her that this touchpad area will fail after a while, and that lots of people send it in, and then HTC said, hey, you have to pay like €100 because, well, we found a scratch here, for example, or here. And that clearly means that you are at fault, you destroyed it, it's mechanical failure, we don't pay for it. And I asked her, is it okay? Because, well, if here's a scratch and here's a scratch, that has nothing to do with that area. And lots of people have this problem, so it seems to be a design flaw. And she told me the same thing. That little scratch here and little scratch there, it has nothing to do with that area, for example. And often companies, unfortunately, try to use that kind of shady tactic in letting you know, well, it was your fault. But as well, they have to prove that this here, this little scratch is the reason why your touchpad broke. And it's going to be very, very tough for them to prove that. So again, if you have this kind of problem, or if you send in your Vive and you don't know why it broke, don't automatically pay for the repair. Often they just try to make you pay for that repair, but actually they should fix it themselves. So then I asked her, what should consumers do if HTC keeps on treating them like this? And she said, well, everybody should definitely fight. You should find your local consumer protection agency, just like I did, and, well, fight against that. But I wanted to know, isn't there a way to stop them completely from behaving like this? Isn't there any way to take any legal action? And she said, yes, this could be done. However, they would normally start this kind of legal action if they hear from lots of cases, from lots of people who have this problem. And I told her, well, I'm a YouTuber and I made this kind of public, and I got lots of people writing to me about that. And this is not only me, this is a general problem with how HTC treats their customers. And then she told me, wow, that's very interesting. Why don't you write a summary about this? And why don't you bring in more people who had to go through the same, and simply send these information to me, and she will bring it to their legal department and see what they can do, and if they can send HTC a written notice to stop behaving like this and to work according to law. Now, that is really interesting, and exactly that's what I'm going to do. And therefore, I would like to ask your help. Well, if you made any kind of experiences like this with HTC, if they treated you in such a way that, well, they made you repair something and you felt like, well, why do I have to pay it? Or if you broke your Vive because you sweat into it and they make you pay for it, well, why don't you simply connect with me? Connect with me either through email, write to mixedrealitytv@gmail.com, or why don't you directly connect with me on the MRTV Discord server. You can directly chat with me on the MRTV Discord server, and you will find the link in the description below this video. So I want to get some cases, I want to collect them, and then I'm going to write to that consumer protection office and show them that that I'm not the only case where HTC is behaving like this. And, well, then they're going to see what kind of legal action they can take. So let's do this together. Now, if you want to help HTC get better at their customer service, there's one thing you can do. You can share this video to all your VR friends, to forums, to Facebook, and to Reddit. And, well, probably there's going to be more people who have this problem who connect with me, and then we can see what we can do. So if you want to help, definitely share this video. Yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you found it interesting, probably helpful. If yes, give it a thumbs up. And of course, if you've not subscribed to Mixed Reality TV yet, do so now. I'm looking forward to see you in the next episode.